Good morning, Pisces. Good morning. I hope you guys had a good night's sleep. I hope you woke up today feeling happy, safe, and peaceful. Thank you to everyone that has liked, commented, subscribed, and gave donations. Happy Thursday. All right, I'm going to pull one of these. I don't know the name of them. All right, we got the Ace of Swords there at the bottom of the deck. Spirit, angels, ancestors, and higher beings, please help me with this message today for my beautiful Pisces people, my Pisceanos. What messages do we have for Pisces? We got expression. So I like this. You're very colorful, Pisces, like the way you express yourself. Maybe, you know, people can see it on your face, you know, what you really feel or what you're really thinking. Maybe the way that you speak or the things that you say are very colorful. And colorful could be, you know, anything from descriptive words or funny analogies or sometimes curse words. But it's just colorful. You're very vibrant. You're very technicolor. Like you know, you're kind of like a little bit cartoonish, maybe. Nah, just more expressive than the next person, I guess. Maybe there's something your body language. Maybe there's like little bits and things that you do. I'm not really sure, Pisces, but I do feel that, you know, with the Ace of Swords, this is a speaking truth or speaking clarity. Being very communicative, Pisces. So I feel like someone is definitely getting to know you, meaning they hear you, they see you, and they think you're funny and they think you're entertaining. They like being around you. We got the Nine of Pentacles there. They like talking to you. They like to hear your perspective, your opinions, your point of view, your messages, the things that you know, the things that you hear from the other side. I feel like, because you know, birds are messengers, so they like to get your perspective on something because it's so much deeper than what they've heard already. It's a different perspective. But let's go deeper and see what else. Spirit, tell me more. Wow, 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords. One more for now. 10 of Pentacles. We got double tens. You're not boring. That's what I'm getting. You are not boring. Like, you know how, like, I heard a line once, and there was this a rich guy, and he became rich. He wasn't born into money. He just became rich. And he said, rich people are boring. They go out there and they buy a beautiful, expensive painting and they put it on their wall. It's because it's the feeling of they couldn't create it themselves, so they had to just buy it from someone else. Or they had to steal it from someone else, like someone else's juice or someone else's creativity or expression, you know, like they had to steal it from somebody else. So that was an interesting perspective that I saw. And that's what I feel like you're bringing in. You might be surrounded with people that might have money or might have some type of wealth or they have some form of status with that 10 of Pentacles, but it makes them incredibly boring. They don't have any excitement. They don't have any good stories to tell. They don't have anything deep to talk about. They may be biting off of your stuff. They may want to buy some of your stuff. Or buy you in some way is what I'm feeling. I don't know. But they have nothing of interest, like nothing entertaining to talk about. or new perspectives, you know, like there's no new perspective. So you're definitely the belle of the ball, I will say that. The cream of the crop, the person that has some forms of life experiences, Pisces. Definitely life experiences. You've experienced some forms of, it could be like death, near death experiences is what I'm getting. Even like your traumas or your PTSDs or like whatever you worry about seems to be kind of entertaining. I don't mean to say that in a rude way, you know, like, but it is. It's like, that's deep. That's really, so you pulled that out from that place. So that's what happened there. It's like, you're like, I feel you where you're expressing yourself and you're talking about things and it's very colorful. It's very lively. It's very multi-dimensional. You know what I mean? Like you're talking about, things that you've seen and experienced that are very supernatural, like including death. Like people who have near-death experiences, they have something to say about it, even if it was scary, even if it was, you know, kind of traumatic. It's like people want to know these things. Like, how do you know? It's like, I don't know. I just know. I just went through this experience and this is what happens. And just know this, that yeah, it is something. I just see people sitting around and just like really listening to what you got to say, like all ears, you know, like it almost even goes silent when you start telling them about your stories or your experiences. It goes very silent, Pisces. You're very colorful. That's the best way I can say that. There's this you're not boring. That's for damn sure. But let's go deeper. Spirit, tell me more. Ooh, the Magician. Ooh. That's the evil eye. You know, I'm gonna do 3 and 3. Hold on. Oh, and the Queen of Swords. Oh. Oh. So I did feel where people get very entertained by you. You have I guess it's a je ne sais quoi or quality, or you have a character or something about you, right? And it brings out jealousy. I can definitely see the jealousy. Magician in reverse, evil lying. Queen of Swords is like, you know, like you're lying. You're lying. That didn't happen to you. Knight of Cups, you know, it's like they're not giving you the benefit of the doubt. So I do feel where you might have a person or two, I don't know how many, but you might have some people who are trying to debate you, negate you. And the reason that they're doing that is because you're holding someone else's attention. People are listening, you know, like, and it's like they're going to try to negate or debate you in front of everyone else. This is what is this? Like, I'm hearing good old boys. Like, I don't know what that is. I think that's a Southern thing. I remember hearing it from something. It's like trying to, in a way, kind of embarrass you or just not put not acknowledge your experience, but trying to diminish it in some way. So, but the reason that they're doing that is because you are the center of attention and people do want to hear it and they do like you and they do like your expressive ways. It may come on. It's personality, Pisces. You got some personality. You know, I know you've been through a lot in life, like I see it here. But it also helps you to build a character, personality, this energy of, you know, like I've been through a lot, so I don't really care. I'm just going to say it. You know who I'm envisioning right now? Jack Dawson. Yes, Jack Dawson. When he was invited to the higher echelon because he saved someone's life, you know, the girl that was going to fall over a rose, right? So he got invited to the dinner and he did. He was very charismatic and he sat there and he wasn't a tool, you know, he wasn't like what they preconceived ideas of what they thought he would be. You know, they thought he would be poor and, boring and not charismatic. They thought they would take over the conversation and they would come out feeling like the mighty one. Well, at least the guy was like, I'm the mighty one. I'm good here. You saved someone, and I'm putting you on my table so that you can, see how great I am. And I am good. But it didn't turn out that way. A lot of people took to really liking him because he was very charismatic, and he had personality. He wasn't like everyone else, boring. He had expression. You may express yourself very differently through clothing as well too, Pisces. Like that could be something like that. Like you have a different sense of style. Not for nothing, he did get the girl too. That could be one of the reasons why someone's very worried here and is trying to. I think he tried to do that with him, right? You know what I've been feeling, and I know it sounds crazy. I've been feeling, first of all, I've been seeing the Ace of Wands in my mind's eye so many days now. And I've been seeing it like somebody pulling their thing out and throwing it on the table like a penis. Because, it's like, it looks like a penis. So there's been a lot of like de-slinging, like boom, like, mine's is bigger, boom, I'm bigger. So there could be somebody in your life that is trying to, what was that guy's name from Titanic? The guy's name. Somebody that is trying to put you in your place, So they pulled the thing out, their thing out and say, here, it's like ego trips, right? So there could be somebody here that is trying to sling their thing and trying to be bigger than you and show mine's is bigger type of energy, Pisces. Let's go deeper. Let's see what else. The Hierophant. It's crazy because I said, the Jack character ended up getting the girl, and this is the marriage card. 4 of Cups, Knight of Swords. There could be a person that, I'm not going to say you're competing with them, but they're definitely competing with you. And I think you're outshining, or you're kind of, what you don't have in status and finances, you make up for it in personality and fun. Like I'm just seeing it like you're more fun than this person. This person's kind of lame, boring. They sit back and they just think about, how great am I? How great is it to be me? That type of energy. Let me see. You're going to grab somebody's attention. That's what I'm getting here. Someone is going to get very bored with another human being, and they're going to be hyper focused on you. There's a story, something that you express, and then something that you tell. You're a good storyteller, just so you know. A lot of you probably are really good at podcasting or writing something. You're really good at storytelling. So there's a story here that's going to leave somebody on the edge of their seat listening to you, and that's going to win somebody over. I don't know if it's definitely marriage. A lot of times Hierophant can be an institution, like maybe one of them wanting to join you or go to work with you or something like that. It could just be marriage, Pisces, but you're definitely beating someone. You're not cookie cutter. You don't look like everyone else. I'm seeing a bunch of Stepford wives. That could just mean the typical everyday person, I guess. Like, it's just so, who wants to be with that? I just heard. That shit is boring. You bring excitement. And I see it, Pisces, where someone's going to be avoiding, like you steal someone, like you captivate their attention, kind of like Rose. Rose was, it's an example, I hope people understand. Rose was engaged to the guy, and they were supposed to get married. He had everything. He was so wealthy. So wealthy. And then along comes Jack. And I'm not saying you guys are like Jack, but you're definitely, well, in one way, like, adventurous and fun and different, and there's never a dull moment. It's just fun. There's a lot of laughing. There's a lot of fun. Like, it revives her. Like, she feels alive again. And that's how I'm getting this person. Like, and it makes it so easy. Like, this is easy to me. Like, this is like, All right, you're out. I know I'm supposed to be with you, but you're out. Like the focus definitely shifts and shifts attention. This could even be about work, Pisces, if it's not about love and marriage. You know what I'm hearing? Love and marriage, love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. That was a great show, Al Bundy. It was a very miserable marriage. It was, I mean, they still, I think they had a lot of trauma bonding, but they loved each other, kind of, but they were miserable, and he was always looking for an out or an exit. I'm not saying that this is the situation. I just feel like there's someone here that doesn't want to be stuck in that lifeless type of marriage, unhappy type of relationship or person, or maybe even job. You may inspire someone, even if this isn't about love, you may inspire someone to want to do something different than what they were doing work-wise, because that life was boring. And so you may change a person into wanting to live more, maybe even take more adventures and go on trips. Live, Pisces. That's the key words that I'm seeing here. You make someone want to live. A lot of people are not going to take nice to that, just so you know. Either whether this is love or at work, they're just not going to take good to it. They're going to try to dispel your illusions or your fantasies, and put you in their reality. But it's you have magnetism. You just make somebody's soul feel like I'm alive again, where they felt very dead for a while, like Rose did. Like she did everything right, she did everything proper, and she felt dead inside. But all right, what is the advice here? King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. You guys weren't a likely match. I'm seeing this kind of like Jack and Rose. Interesting enough, he's floating in the water, right? Hold on. That was a terrible scene. But anyway, it just reminds me and tells me a lot of times that I'm on the right track. Two people from two very different worlds, but together it just makes sense. It's not going to make sense to others, but it will make sense to the two of you. This person is highly attracted to you. And I told you, it's because you make them feel better. There was like this depression. Believe it or not, this is Rose to me, and this is Jack. Because the Queen of Wands is more of the fun one and the adventurous one, and that's attracting. That's very attracting. Like a person that has spirit, passion. And then it kind of makes someone happy again, like they were emotionally drowning in some way. So what is this under advice? Oh, I think it was that two people from two different worlds, but it makes sense. All right, let's do career and money. I'm going to stay with this one. Page of Wands. I feel a come up. Four of Wands, career and money. And the Six of Pentacles. When you guys have a solid foundation, whether it's relationship or it's like what you want to do in life, or how you want to live your life, like how you want to live in life, something starts picking up for you. It's like you're not getting shortchanged anymore. You're not getting breadcrumbs, and you actually start feeling like more confident in it because you have more stability. Don't underestimate the power of a sacred relationship and the strength of a strong foundation. This is a strong foundation, Pisces. It's been taking you a long time to find, whether this is with another person or this is in your own home, your sacred space, your place where you can lay your head down and where you can rest. That's where you start building, we start recharging, you start like building, you start healing, or you start feeling better is what I'm getting. Some of you may go on a trip or take a trip. I kind of been feeling that, like you may go somewhere, like sacred space. You may be seeing a lot of 1111s at this time. Like you go somewhere and it's like beneficial for your career or your finances. It like helps you. Maybe you're learning something new, like learning a new trade. Investing in yourself is definitely the energy I'm feeling. All right, let's close this off with the Oshos. Did I miss anything? It's almost like you get tired of being shortchanged at where you work or how much money you have, and so you make an effort to build more stability for yourself. Like you get tired, like this is my cap, this is it, like I need to make more, or I need to do more. Spirit, tell me more. But you kind of get the confidence that you need, or the juice that you need. Ripeness, letting go, and silence. We also got healing here in the reversal. Something's not ready for you to let go. You've been very vocal about this thing. You haven't been keeping this thing a secret. You've been trying to heal from this thing. But something is not ready to let go. Hold on. Even though you've been hearing the call, hearing the messages, it's like you know better. It's still very difficult to part with. Do you know, Pisces, that if you make, you know why this feels so difficult? Because you've been living this same situation through many, many, many lifetimes. Many lifetimes. And every lifetime you get a chance to let go of that thing. But it's so incredibly hard. And then you don't do it, even though you know better. And what happens? The universe spits you right back out into the same situation in the next life. Like, do it again. And that's why there's this buildup of like, I already know what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's so incredibly hard. And I don't think you're never going to be ready for it. That's the feeling. I don't know what this is talking about, but this is what I'm feeling. But it's been like a buildup of lifetimes and like it's just been building generations probably. That's why it's so hard, and that's why you know it deep down in your soul that that's what you're supposed to do. You got free will. You could do it as many times as you want. But sooner or later, if you want true healing, you got to do that thing that's very difficult. All right, Pisces, I hope you liked the reading. Please like and subscribe, and thank you.